It was a dark and rainy evening in Toronto. My wife and I were on our way home from visiting some friends in Markham. We got off the 404 and onto the 401. We weren't going to be on the 401 for very long. We were planning on getting off at Warden. That's just a few exits away. There wasn't much traffic, but the little that there was, we're traveling at a modest highway speed of 100 kilometers an hour. Knowing we weren't going very far, my wife stayed in the middle lane. By this time, our exit was the next one. There was a bit of a slowdown, so my wife slowed the car down to around 90 kilometers an hour, turned on her blinker to try to get over, and then it happened. There was a loud bang and crash as the car behind us was wiped out by the vehicle behind them. My wife got us to a safe spot, and I called 911. We did everything we could to help. Sadly, sometimes doing everything you can isn't enough. The two family members of the car behind us both died in the collision. Last semester, I had to go to court to give my account of what happened. In the trial, the information was given that the driver was traveling at a speed of 140 kilometers an hour and was texting on the phone. That driver got to go home that week. The family members didn't. Driving is a responsibility, one that in recent years has waned. In an article by Ed Tubb of the Toronto Star, he gives statistics from the Toronto Police Services about vehicle collisions and drivers charged with criminal offences in the city of Toronto. It shows that in 2012, Toronto had 50,000 collisions, resulting in 2,800 charges laid, compared to last year, where there was over a whopping 80,000 collisions, with an all-time low of only 1,300 charges laid, 60% fewer than in 2012. This is irresponsible law enforcement, and it needs to change. Speed kills. Let's take a look at some common speed limits in Canada. 40 kilometers an hour, 50 kilometers an hour, and 60 kilometers an hour. Do you know how much 10 kilometers an hour might change things? With all the stats compiled from many sources around the world, the numbers tell us the truth of how much 10 kilometers an hour can change things. A person who is hit by a vehicle traveling at a speed of 40 kilometers an hour will survive 9 times out of 10. Increase that speed to 50 kilometers an hour, and that number drops to only 5 out of 10 who survive. Raise that number again just 10 kilometers an hour more to just 60 kilometers an hour, and that number now becomes staggering. Only 1 out of the 10 will escape with their life. We need to slow down and make sure everyone gets to where they're going safely. Plan your route. Taking the time to plan your route and to know where you are going is a great first step. Using a GPS is a safe way to travel. It will let you know what lies ahead and any steps you should take to stay safe. Don't be distracted. In reports that were published by Transport Canada, the numbers show that talking on the phone while driving increases your risk of a collision by 5 times, and that texting while driving increases the risk of a collision by a whopping 24 times. Phone calls and texts may be very important, but not so important as to put people's lives at risk. Be responsible and find a safe place to stop and make that call, or to send that text. We need people to be safe, not statistics. Thank you very much.